Thanks, Ed. Most people either love them or hate them. The rolls of sales flyers that show up on their door or on their lawn every week. Well, a Halifax city councillor says flyers are a nuisance, and he wants to make it easier for people to say, no more. Deputy Mayor Matt Whitman tabled the motion because he's frustrated about flyers ending up on his own property. Whitman tweeted this picture of flyers torn up by his snowblower. He says fewer flyers will mean less waste.
It'd be way better for the environment. If you had a mask and snorkel and looked in any of my lakes here in Hammonds Plains, the bottom of the lakes are full of pink flyer bags.
Currently, you can opt out of receiving flyers, but Whitman says since you opt into getting power, cable, and other services, this should be treated the same way. He also says in some places, flyers are left at community mailboxes, which also give residents a choice to take them or not. Whitman hopes a report looking into the issue will be completed by March. Recent parking violations at NSCC's waterfront campus has security writing a lot of tickets. Campus security says that people being issued temporary handicap permits are filling up handicap spots quickly, forcing some people with permanent disabilities to find parking spots several spots away. Chelsea Cameron is a site supervisor for the waterfront campus. She says the amount of students is a major issue.
A lot of students and no parking. I mean, they don't issue the exact number of passes per parking spot, so you get, it's first come first served basis, and people don't understand that just because you have a carpool pass doesn't guarantee you a spot on site.
Campus security have issued more than 1,000 parking tickets since September, including 300 alone in the month of January. Fines for parking in a handicap spot start at $100 and increase based on number of violations. Security is hoping more tickets will help in prevention. The Halifax Curling Club is reopening its doors a year after last winter's heavy snowfall caused the roof to collapse. Jane Everest is a former club president and helped organize the renovations.
I want everybody to see it. People haven't seen it, and it's such a beautiful spot now. We're having a drop-in this afternoon. We're having an evening with our members tonight. We're having all the other clubs tomorrow to come and see it. So I hope people come down.
It took about 9 months to get the permits needed to start the fix-up. The renovations were covered by insurance, and they include a new roof, LED lights, and a heating system. The Halifax Kinsman Club also plans to put in a new wheelchair lift. Halifax Fire and Emergency is hiring 32 new firefighters, and one local gym wants to help potential recruits get into shape. CrossFit Kinetics in Halifax is holding a 5-week training session designed by 2 Halifax firefighters. Jeff Clark is one of them.
We're going to be doing it 2 nights a week, and the program is going to focus on functional exercises that relate to firefighter recruitments.
The training will prepare aspiring firefighters for situations like victim rescue using full body movements. Clark says the space used is great for this exercise.
Firefighting ties into functional exercises, functional movements, which you don't necessarily get in your traditional gyms.
He says he developed the program after the city announced its new fire recruitment plan. The program is open to the public, but is recommended for future firefighters. It begins February 2nd, and so far, 16 people have signed up. A new exhibit at Pier 21 is showing visitors the impact immigrants to Canada have made in the world of figure skating. The exhibit is called Perfect Landings, and it opened when the World Figure Skating Championships were in town last month. On display were skaters such as Elvis Stoico and Patrick Chan, and builders like John Knebly, who worked on custom skates. Stephen Schwinghammer is a historian at Pier 21.
We have people like John Knebly, a famous skate maker, made skates for people like Brian Orser and Petra Burka and Tyler Cranston, who's famous in his own right as an innovator in the sport.
Schwinghammer says the idea to do a figure skating exhibit has been on his mind for quite some time. He says winter sports exhibits always get a good crowd in Halifax. The exhibit will be on display until March 20th. That's your news. Now, back to Ed and Olacia.